Hi, I'm back. This is part 6 of my testimony. I've had the footage strangely disappear. I've been interrupted just good trillions of times. I had to take a break after I did the first 5 because I just felt like I needed to strengthen myself with prayer and just remember who I was, that I'm a child of the Most High God, and no weapon formed against me will prosper. And yeah, I needed to just pray and remember that. There was a little bit of demonic activity in my house after I posted those videos, and that doesn't surprise me. I think I was expecting it, but I didn't have to stand for it, and warfare ensued. Anyway, the last time we left off, I had thrown my tarot cards into the lake at my college, and I thought everything was going to be fine after that. Naively, that's actually what I thought. But that was not the case. I started to get, it almost seemed worse after that. And I was very, very scared. I was frightened. Suddenly, the unseen world was in my world. And I didn't want it there. I did not want it there. It's really hard to study with, shadow creatures roaming around your room and feeling like someone's behind you, watching you. You can't sleep at night, you're tired all the time, and everyone's asking you what's wrong, are you okay? And you're just like, no, and you can't really tell them, well, demons are torturing me at night. So my future husband, who was my friend at the time, we could probably have given him a name, but I forgot to do that, and so it's too late to do that now. And you know what? I'll just forget that I've given him a name. So let's not do that. And my clock is going off. So my husband, my future husband, who was my friend at the time, his roommate was really close with his roommate, and his roommate was a born-again Christian. I think he still is one. He's my Facebook friend. I'll have to ask him. But anyway, so he asked him, is there anything that you can do to help her? Because this is not good. And he said, I'll pray for her. Have her come over and I'll pray for her. He prayed such a good prayer. I wish I could remember it, but boy, it was strong and it was mighty. It was good. It was really a good prayer. And I was like, oh, wow. I felt that. I after that, I think it got a little bit better. It got a little bit better. And also, I think that just, I think it's sort of seeped into my very dense brain that, hey, maybe Jesus could be the answer. Maybe Jesus could help you. Remember Jesus? Yeah, maybe you should turn to him. But I'm not the sharpest knife in the Christian drawer. I'm embarrassed to say that it took me years, and I do mean years, to come to Christ properly. I always believed in Jesus, and I always prayed to Jesus. And even after all of that stuff happened, I still believed that I was his, I don't know that I quite was, though. Until like maybe 10 years ago is when I think that I really started to come to him. Anyway, on with the story. So I went back. I was going to school someplace closer to home, and I transferred, and the demonic torment continued. I started dating my future husband. Maybe we'll just call him my future husband, who I was dating. Oh. And he was such a support to me. And my mom was praying for me. I let her in on all the stuff that had happened, and she was, not surprisingly, pretty horrified, and got me on the prayer chain at her church and had me prayed over. But it got better. It got better. But every once in a while I did feel like, and this happened once I left the first college and went to the second college and was home. Every once in a while I would be talking to my husband or a friend, and I would feel like something else was looking out of my eyes. And that used to scare the living out of me. I was really frightened by that. But I just convinced myself that it was gone. And around that time, too, I was a little confused by some of the other things that were happening. The demonic torment was better at night, but it was still there, and it would rear its ugly head once in a while, and I do mean ugly. But the thing that started happening at that time was that this knowing the future thing, this clairvoyant thing, started to get more intense, where I was knowing the future. And I really, looking back, I think that was sort of a tactic on their part, the demonic spirits. I think they were trying to manipulate me into thinking that I had some kind of gift. Like, oh, you opened up this door and now you have this gift, and maybe the next logical progression would have been like, oh, maybe I should start like doing tarot cards again. Maybe that's what they wanted me to think. I don't know, but I know that it just got increasingly intense, this knowing the future or having feelings about things. Around this time, I started to feel like a terrible sense of dread. I would say it went on for about 6 months to a year. This was not a bad feeling or a gut instinct. This was like some kind of supernatural dread that I'd never felt before, ever. But I knew that something bad was going to happen to me, and I could not shake it, and it consumed me. I thought maybe, oh, I'm going to get cancer, or I'm going to get hit by a car, or I'm going to die in a car accident, or something really bad's going to happen to my family. I didn't know what it was, but it felt so intense. I know I'm going to get cut off. So I am going to leave it here, and I'll go to the next video in a little bit. Thanks for watching. And thanks for liking my videos and watching the other videos too, by the way. I really appreciate it, and I hope that this helps somebody out there.